Hi, everybody. Welcome to Life Stories. I'm so glad that you're here. Today on the podcast, I speak with Julie Rutland from The Gifted Gown. The Gifted Gown is a nonprofit that provides free formal wear and accessories to someone who needs it. And our word of the week this week
It's the word of the week.
is anyone. She said that anyone can come in the doors and get what they need. And the stories that she shares are just beautiful. It's amazing what they're doing to help people. And it's not just young people for prom, it's people for of all ages for all different kinds of events. But what I loved is when she talked about how anyone could come in the doors. Sometimes we think we want to help people and we have a great plan to do that, but are we helping just anyone? Are we helping people that we think we need to help? Are we helping people that look a certain way, that think a certain way, that maybe act a certain way? Are we helping anyone who needs help? It definitely made me think how I'm looking at the people around me, and maybe I need to open my heart up just a little bit more to help anyone, not just someone that fits in a box that I put them in. So I hope that you are encouraged as you listen to this today. Thanks for being here. How
Perfect.
are you
Okay.
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And you're in Indiana, right?
I am.
I'm
Yes.
always curious when I talk to people outside of Texas, what is the weather like where you are?
So today, it's actually really nice. But it gets humid, and
Yeah.
that's where it gets gross and yes.
Yeah. Is it cool?
Yesterday was perfect. If it could
Yeah.
be yesterday's weather out, but now it's supposed to get warmer and then more humid, and
Yeah.
then the pollen count gets really high.
Oh,
So
yeah.
my daughter has allergies terribly, so it starts to
Pollen is so fun. It's so fun.
yeah, yeah.
I think I probably told you this in my email, but I reach out to people that are helping other people. It's a lot of nonprofits, some authors. I talked to a woman the other day in Australia. She is a naturopath and she has a
Oh,
program online, obviously, because she's talking to people all over the world where
yeah.
she helps women. She specializes in perimenopause and menopause. And so she has
Oh,
this, I
wow.
know, that's what I said. I said, I have
I
all the
need her.
questions.
Yeah, yeah.
So she has this great program online and a lot of free things. But anyway, that is what I'm doing is talking to people. And I love the gifted gown because that's what y'all are doing. Y'all are helping people. When
Thank
I
you.
was in high school for my freshman year, I borrowed a dress for prom. Like I couldn't get a big fancy dress. And so I know that happens all the
Mhm.
time. And so I love what you're doing. And so I'd love for you to tell me how it got started and kind of how you started and where you are now.
Yeah, sure. No. It by accident. So I have three daughters, and
Uh-huh.
my oldest daughter at the time was in high school, and they had a prom closet at their school.
Mhm.
And so I got involved, and I was like, oh, I'd love to help, get donations or, go out in the community. So as I was out there, I found that there were so many people that needed dresses. So even though I was helping the high school, there were so many other people that needed
Right.
help at the community. But due to security, we were just getting dresses for the kids at our high school, and
Right.
then you couldn't have outside people come in. So I got to thinking, and then I talked to them, and I said, hey, I there's this need that I really didn't realize the depth of it. If we took this off campus and just gave the dresses away, would that be? They're like, absolutely. The more people that, anybody can help, sure.
Yeah.
So we started off just with 25 dresses, and it's just grown and grown and grown. We started off doing one event, just one prom event all a year. And then there are so many other things that people needed formal wear for,
Right.
and so much more than prom. And though we serve a lot of young people, we opened it's up to everyone. So there's all
Yeah.
kinds of different events, and we're open all year. And yeah, so that was 10 years, 11 years ago now.
Wow.
So yeah, it started in my house. So
Yeah.
my husband's like, we're running out of room.
Yeah.
So we need to find a space.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's how it started. And we just started out, like I said, it was by accident, and then we saw a need that needed filled. And just kind of adjusted along the way, and then we became a nonprofit in 2016.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, that's one thing I was going to ask because I know it's so much more than prom. We automatically think formal wear, we think prom, but people, I would assume, maybe wear all dresses for weddings, or y'all, don't y'all do tuxedos and things too?
Yeah, we do. We
Yeah,
do. Yeah. And tuxedos are harder to come by because
I
people hold
bet.
on to those longer. But yes, when we do get tuxedos in, we're so blessed to be able to give those
Sure.
away. So yeah, so all I mean, most of probably 85% of our inventory still has tags on it. I mean,
Oh
we
my
work with a lot
goodness.
of boutiques in the community. Macy's has donated gowns to
Wow.
us, and then just our community is amazing. We have
That's wonderful.
almost 3,000 gowns right now.
Wow. Do
Yeah.
you find that do people come in, because I know financially this is the main reason why. Do you have requirements, or do you just let anybody come in and
Anybody who
buy?
needs us, I always said, it takes a lot for somebody to say, hey, I
Yeah,
need, and I'm not going to take, we are not going to take somebody through this long process,
right.
all of your information, your firstborn and, all of that.
Right.
So we have a short registration form,
Yeah,
just your name, your phone number, what do what's your event, that sort of thing. It's not very long.
yeah,
But yes, it's open to anyone who needs us. So we have, graduation coming up. There's,
yeah,
there are a lot of things that people get invited to even for
sure.
work, and you
Yeah,
get tickets to something or a gala and you're like, I don't have anything to wear,
yeah,
or, it's, the tickets themselves were free, but the event is,
right.
really
Fancy.
expensive. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So do people, like, if somebody's coming in and they have one event and they want to come get a dress, do they
Mhm.
generally bring it back after I
Um,
mean, like,
they
what do people do with them?
they can. I've had actually had a young lady this year, who we helped her in high school, and now
Uh-huh.
she's with an alumni association, and she created a dress drive for
Oh, wow.
us, a few
That's
years after.
awesome.
I know. So it's so neat. It's just this whole giving circle.
Yeah.
It just keeps going and going. So it's really nice. But no, they're more than welcome to, but we don't. No,
Yeah.
that's nothing
I
that
just
we.
wondered, that was one of my thoughts, because I thought if you needed a dress and you go and get it and then you don't need it anymore, like what? Like, I would bring it back. Like, well, I'm done with this.
Right.
So, you know,
Right. Or we also say, just give it to someone else, or
sure,
pay it forward that way too. I
sure.
work with a lot of social workers in
Uh-huh.
schools, a lot of counselors and things, and sometimes the just schools will bring like buses of young people to us.
Oh,
So
wow.
a couple weeks ago, they took some extra dresses and they said, if just in case somebody needs this, we'll take these, do you want them back? And I said, no. I said, just keep them. And then
Right.
maybe later down the road, somebody else, will need them.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Well, what kind of fundraising do y'all do? Or do y'all do fundraising?
Yes, we are 100% community backed,
Okay.
um, nonprofit, and we're all volunteer as well.
Uh-huh.
So we have a surplus dress sale that's called our extravaganza
Oh,
twice a
well,
year.
cute.
And we just kind of sell off some surplus inventory,
Yeah.
that's either been in our inventory for a while. And then it's like $10 for long dresses, $5 for short
Wow.
dresses. Just
Yeah.
and we have one signature event that we either do. This past year, we had an adult prom, which was really fun,
Oh,
and
fun.
then a sneaker ball in the past two, which was really fun too. And
Yeah.
then just throughout the year, like dine and donates from different restaurants, and then
Yeah.
just creative, smaller fundraisers throughout the year as well.
Okay.
So
That's
yeah,
great. So I know people bring in dresses to you. Do y'all have people sending you like
I
formal wear in
do.
the mail? Do you?
Yes, we do. We have donation days that we schedule a couple times a month when
Uh-huh.
we can. But we have a mailing address that
Yeah.
people can donate all year long. We've had some from California. I had one from
Wow.
Arizona the other day, New York. So it's just, yeah, it's
That's
really
neat.
cool to find us, and yeah.
That is very cool. One of the things that I want to happen with all these, because I have talked to the most incredible people across the country and now overseas, but
Yeah.
I have a goal to talk to someone in every state, and so I'm reaching out. So
Oh,
you
great.
are you are Indiana for me.
Yay!
But I'm reaching out, to people in different states,
Mhm.
and people are doing such incredible, kind things. And so, what I would love is for someone to hear one of these nonprofits and say, "Well, I can do that where I
Right,
am. I can do something like that."
right.
So, what would you advise someone who would love to do something like this? What advice could you give to somebody?
Um, just to start, and start talking to people, because I had no idea, honestly, what I was doing. In the beginning, it was just I found out that people weren't going to prom. Young people weren't going to prom.
Yeah.
That's a milestone in your life,
Mhm.
and those are things that you just want to feel that you're part of something, and you want to feel beautiful or handsome that night, and you just don't. I
Right.
don't want anybody to miss that feeling, but I also don't want anyone to choose between putting food on your table and buying a
Right.
gift or a tux, and I just
Yeah.
refuse to ever let that happen.
Yeah.
Um, so that was our main reason. But it's just about starting, and you don't have to know everything in the beginning. I mean, I'm still learning, especially when
Yeah.
we became a nonprofit. You have to have a board, you have to have all this, compliance, you have to know how to file, your 990 correctly, you have to take inventory, all of these things that happen, because we just wanted to help people. So then,
Right.
so you still have to do all these other things later, but you're forever learning. And the more
Yeah.
you talk to different people, you don't know who someone else knows, and you
True.
just just make that connection, and can learn more every day. So and I am always here if somebody would like to start this in a different
Okay.
state. We have we have listed on our website a couple other locations, and different organizations that do kind of what we do in
Uh-huh.
other states, because the
Oh, okay.
more people that we can help,
Absolutely.
the better. So
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Nobody wants to have, well, I mean, I don't want to have to spend hundreds and $1,000 on a dress for one night, and then not ever be able to use it again. So I'm sure there are so many people like that. And then there are people who can't even get anything. And so
No.
I love that anybody can come and just get what they want. Do you have like a story that stands out to you, or a special moment? I'm sure it's all special because,
Most.
I went with my daughter looking at wedding dresses. That was something, of course, very special. But I went with a friend one time. She didn't have a mom who could go
No.
with her, and she didn't have anybody. So I went with her. And it was so special to be able to be there for her. So I'm sure for you, it is very special to see these girls feel beautiful and, you know, in their dresses. Do you remember any kind of story that stands out to you?
There's so many, and
I bet.
I guess our number one, reason for being is we wanted to have a space that's a safe space for everyone.
Yeah.
So no matter where you come from, no matter what you believe in, no matter what, we are a safe space for you. And to be able to come in and actually shop, and I want you to bring
Yeah.
your mom, bring your mentor, bring your counselor, bring your sister. And to be able to come in and have 3,000 gowns
Yeah.
to choose from, and to be able to it's not about just giving somebody something. It's giving someone an experience,
Right.
and it's so important. But I had a young lady who had never tried on a gown, never, ever,
Wow.
ever. She'd never even had the opportunity to try one on. And what I love about um uh like everybody that comes in and volunteers with us, like it's a lot of times it's our board. We're
Right.
small, but we're always volunteering, we're always there.
Yeah.
And every single one of us, I mean, we're in tears just because it was every single dress she tried on, I mean, was just gorgeous, and she was so
Yes.
happy. I mean, and at the end she said, I didn't think that I would be able to find anything, and to be able to have to choose between, three or four
Right.
beautiful gowns that, the price tags were still on, though. I mean, eight, nine
Wow.
hundred gowns that she gets to take home, for because we just want to do it. So
Wow. That
it's
is
really fun.
awesome.
Really, really fun.
I love that.
Mm.
Well, we talked about this for a minute, but what do you accept if someone wants to send, if they have this formal wear, what will y'all accept?
So anything that's new or like new. We say within the last 5 years, but I mean, as long as it's in nice shape,
Yeah.
anything that's clean and, anything that I say that, I'm not going to take anything that I wouldn't wear. I mean, or
Right.
that I wouldn't want, nothing dirty or torn or anything
Sure.
like that. But we take tuxedos, unwrapped makeup, undergarments, uh, clutches,
Okay.
evening.
So not just dresses, y'all take
Oh,
accessories
no.
and
Mhm.
okay.
Yep, anything you'd need for a formal event, we
Okay.
want you to come in and get everything from jewelry, shoes, the gown,
Wow.
you leave and you should be able to just have everything you need. So,
That is amazing. I love
yeah.
it. I love it. How special they must feel to be able to go in there and get
And it's
those things that
so
they
fun
need.
to be able to, I mean, like I feel so
Yeah.
lucky to get, I mean, it's literally besides my kids, and my
Yeah.
husband, why I get
Gotta mention him.
yeah,
Yes, so rewarding, I'm sure, to be able
yes,
to do that. Well,
amazing.
is there anything that I haven't asked you that you want to mention about what you're doing?
Um, I mean, I think it's just about, I feel so honored to be able to
Mhm.
serve the community that I do.
Yeah,
Sorry. And to help it because it's so much more than just giving someone a dress. It's
sure.
about having someone know that they're seen and that
Yeah,
they can shop with dignity no matter, what they're going through at home or
yeah,
what's going on in their life and to be able to be a tiny tiny part of
yeah,
that process or that happiness in somebody is just it's
sure.
amazing. So
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Well, I love it. I think it is beautiful. Like I said, sorry.
No, I'm
I think
sorry, I don't know where that came from.
I think it is beautiful what you're doing, and I love it. I know it is so rewarding, and I
So
know you are
so
just thoroughly enjoying it. It's you can tell it's just a part of your heart, and so I love that.
thank
Well,
you.
I thank you for talking to me, and I'm excited to
Yeah,
share about this program because
thank you.
really anybody could do this. I mean, really,
Yes,
people could
yes.
do this all over, and I hope that somebody will reach
Hello.
out to you and say, "I want to help. I want to start. I want to."
Yep.
They don't have to start with 1,000 dresses. They can start
No.
small, like
Mm,
y'all did, and it would be such a gift to people. So,
absolutely. And
yeah.
I did want to say there is we're a part of it's called the Operation Prom National Network.
Okay.
So they have all across the country, organizations like us that
Mhm.
are doing the same thing, but where, you can find everybody in one place, which is really
Okay.
nice. Now,
Okay.
not everybody, I think most of them just do prom where we're open all year for different kinds of things, but it's just
Okay.
nice to be a part of
Sure.
a network where people can find you or find something, a local
Sure.
resource, maybe in their area that they didn't know about or
Yeah.
so.
I wish you the best, and I thank you for talking to me, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Well, thank you. It was really nice to meet you. Thank you for reaching out. That's so neat that you
Absolutely.
found us, and I appreciate it. And if there's anything that we can do too, if you know of
Sure.
anything, where you live or anyone that needs help or
Okay.
anything, that's what we're here for. So
Okay. Well, thank you
okay.
so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.